Hey there guys, I'm here with my review and ratings of a pretty decent pay-per-view. This is Fastlane 2023. I thought overall, as a pay-per-view, I thought it was pretty decent. Nothing too special, but it definitely was not bad at all. As every pay-per-view goes, it had some high points and it had some low points. So let's get into match 1. This PLE started off pretty strong. I mean, just look at the talent in the match. It's a lot. Everyone in this match is world title worthy. Overall, I give this match an A. The first, I guess you could say 10-15 minutes of the match was kind of just like your basic match, nothing too special going on. Oh, but also I want to point out, I believe Cody could potentially be slightly injured. Something could be wrong. I mean, don't mark my words on that. I have no evidence. I don't know. I may be the only one that noticed, but he wasn't very involved at the beginning. I mean, it was mostly just Jay kind of carrying the Rock. But when he was performing, it just didn't feel like he was performing 100%. Feels like he was kind of holding back, and then he kept kind of holding his head and stuff. He could have a concussion. I'm not, like I said, there's no news reports or anything. It's just something I noticed, and a few other people noticed it. But of course, Cody being Cody, sometimes he would have great moments in the match. And in those great moments, I noticed Cody and Finn, oh my gosh, the chemistry they have in the ring, they just work so well together. I mean, as expected, because they're both so talented individuals, but they created for some great moments. And they really helped the rating for this match. But at the end of this match, the last 5 minutes were great. It was like I'm sitting here thinking Jey Uso and Cody might retain, then Judgment Day takes over and it's like, oh my gosh, no, they're doomed. Everybody's out here. And then the two find a way to make a comeback. Just great moments. There was a lot of cool hot tags and just great stuff. Rhea and Dom came out there, so did JD. And it's safe to say JD is going to be in trouble. He went to go hit, I don't remember if it was Jay or Cody with the briefcase, but they ducked and he hit Damian Priest with the briefcase to the leg. And I guess you could say he ruined the plans for the Judgment Day, and clearly Rhea Ripley was not happy. And so I'm guessing Finn Balor is going to try to defend his protege, JD McDonough, and so I guess we'll see how that plays out. And to cause some more Judgment Day conflict. But now Damian was knocked out. Damian's down. And it's just Finn. And then there's Cody and Jey Uso. And so they capitalized on that. They took him in the ring. And they did this whole kind of I guess you could say 3D Cody Cutter kind of thing. Cody Cutter! Which I absolutely adored that move. I thought it just looked absolutely great. And was just a great way to kind of seal off the match. Obviously, Jay and Cody are not going to have a good title run or not a long title run because they're not like an actual tag team. But I think it's a great way. They need to separate the tag titles. Have it Raw and SmackDown because there's so many talented teams that need the tag titles. Because that's like the only bad thing in WWE right now, the tag team division. Which is not even like the tag teams that are bad, it's just like the way it's established. Some people are going to disagree because I was looking at other people's ratings. Some people give it a B+, some people give it an A, some people give it an A-, but I really enjoyed the match and I thought it was a great way to open Fastlane. So I'm giving it an A. Okay, next up we got the LWO with a mystery opponent. This is Santos and Ray with a mystery opponent versus the Hurt Business. I'm sorry, I did it again. Versus Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits. And yes, I have missed a few recent WWE shows. I've missed a few Raws and SmackDowns. And so I must have missed it, but I thought the guy that's a part of Legado del Fantasma, don't ask me his name, because I can never remember it, but I thought he was supposed to be in this match. But then I get on the premium live event and it says mystery opponent, so I'm just like, okay, Carlito? And yes, it was. A lot of people are against Carlito coming back. Personally, I like it. I've always thought he was a great in-ring performer. And he had a pretty funny gimmick. But even though I enjoyed the return, the match itself wasn't bad at all. But it was not good. My main thing, y'all know how much I love Montez Ford. I believe he is so talented. And he has so much potential. And they're really gonna end that match with a backstabber? I understand, yes, that's Carlito's finisher. But just a backstabber? Montez Ford does that literally almost every single match. There's so many people that's just a part of their moveset. Like, it's nothing really special. And you're gonna put someone away that is building his self-esteem, finally trying to get the credit that he deserves, with a backstabber? Yes, I was heated over that. I was so mad because, I mean, obviously I'm biased because I'm a huge Montez Ford fan, but come on. But I didn't expect it. LWO won. I mean, they're trying to establish the faction of, like, I guess you could say, the new Hurt Business, and they're gonna lose? I didn't enjoy that. But the match itself was alright, so I'm gonna give it a B. Next up is for the Women's Championship. This is Io Sky versus Asuka versus Charlotte Flair. The amount of talent in this ring was absolutely outrageous. 3 of my favorite women wrestlers in the business today, and honestly of all time. Definitely Charlotte and Asuka. Io's just now getting started on her career, and I'm already a huge fan of her. Coming out to the ring, I was getting a little bit scared. Io did not have much of a reaction. It was like little to no reaction. But finally the crowd started to pick up, so it ended up being a pretty decent match. But in the end, Bayley ended up distracting the ref, and Charlotte was pinning Asuka, or not pinning her, I'm sorry, making Asuka tap, and she's just sitting here tap, 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 tap. And the referee is distracted. Next thing you know, Io Sky is at the top rope, and she just does a backflip onto Charlotte while she's doing her finisher, and it looked amazing. That was another great move. And was another very cool move just to end off that match. So I'm going to give this match a B+. The next one is one that everybody was excited for. This is LA Knight and John Cena versus Solo Sikoa and Jimmy Uso. And as expected, the crowd was going crazy for LA Knight. Yeah. But it is safe to say that John Cena has still got it. John Cena was looking good, but I want to tell you who was really looking good, and that was Solo Sikoa. Solo Sikoa was in there for the majority of the match, and he was doing great. Something funny, at the beginning of the match, they were kind of making it, I don't know what Paul Heyman did, but I think he dyed his hair gray, and they were saying that he's getting all nervous because Roman Reigns hasn't been here in a while. But yeah, he was really gray. They really made Solo look good. They made him look like he was so powerful. I mean, he was literally throwing John Cena around for the majority of the match. Until finally John Cena got the hot tag to LA Knight. Then LA Knight got in and started to control things. I also forgot to say at the beginning of the match, Pat McAfee came out and he joined Michael Cole, and Corey Graves kind of came out since they're in Indianapolis. And they also kind of made it seem like LA Knight is just the big guy on the team, not John Cena, because the entire time John Cena's getting destroyed and LA Knight comes in and it's like amazing. He fixed it all. We'll just say LA Knight got the crowd going. Overall, I think this was a pretty nice match. The crowd loved it, and I'm going to give it an A-. Next up, we got the main event. This is Shinsuke Nakamura versus the World Heavyweight Champion, Seth freaking Rollins. And what I was ready to see was Seth Rollins' outfit. Take a look at it. But Shinsuke was doing great. This was definitely better than their Payback match. Not that the Payback match was bad, it was just kind of basic. Shinsuke Nakamura looked great. I was kind of scared because here recently Shinsuke has not been looking the best. And of course, as always, the crowd was singing his song super loud. You really could notice Seth Rollins' pop. He had the type of pop like John Cena and LA Knight did. There were just so many great spots, like when Shinsuke misted him in the face and then he ended up falling through the table below. And then they're throwing Shinsuke through the stands onto like some padded thing. I got so scared I didn't see the padded floor. I thought he was just falling onto straight up gravel. But in the end, I was almost 100% that Shinsuke Nakamura had this match. But somehow, after everything Seth Rollins went through, he ended up winning the match. Which crazily surprised me. But before I move on, I want to add in this clip of that cool miss moment.
Nakamura, oh no! Nakamura with the mist! And Rollins
But yeah, that moment was great. But as I said, there was just some great moments, and honestly, it created for an amazing match. So I'm going to give this match an A. And I believe it was a great way to kind of end it. Even though I was so surprised when Seth Rollins stood up and Shinsuke didn't make it to his feet. I swore Shinsuke was going to make it to his feet. So that is my review and ratings for a pretty decent premium live event Fastlane of 2023. Like I said, I believe it wasn't a bad pay-per-view, but it definitely wasn't top tier of all the recent pay-per-views that we've had. But I do think it meets expectations. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review and rating. I'll see you guys on the next one. Oh yeah, I also forgot to say, what is this premium live event art? Like literally 5 people on this poster were not even a part of the premium live event. Okay, Bianca Belair was not on the card. Rhea Ripley appeared but didn't have a match, and Becky Lynch didn't have a match. So I don't know what that was about, but also I did also forget to say Jade Cargill appeared at Fastlane. You can check WWE's Twitter to find that video of her walking in. And man, they were treating her like a celebrity. So now I'll see you guys on the next one.